The 7th and penultimate stage of Giro d'Italia Women for 2025, and it was the big one, the Queen stage, taking the riders over fully 150 kilometers with 3,610 meters of climbing along the way. Stage entirely in the Marche region, taking the riders from Fermignano to the daunting ascent of Monte Nerone at the end of a long, hard day. And Marlon Reusser controlling an advantage of 16 seconds in general classification into this big mountain appointment over Elisa Longo Borghini. 131 riders still available for duty, representing the 22 teams. And as the flag fell to announce the start of the day, there were plenty of attacks in the early moments. Eventually, the Ostolaza, Shirin van Anrooy joining up with the early attacker, Mintje Geerts out front with Celia Géry of the FDJ Suez squad pursuing. Eventually she would be dragged back into the main peloton. Pursuing the trio up front, maximum lead for the three riders of over 6 minutes at one stage. Géry got to within just a smidgen over 2 minutes, but unfortunately for her, her time out front didn't coincide with joining up with the break. Meanwhile, Shirin van Anrooy showing herself to be the strongest rider in the break, opening up a little bit of daylight on a technical descent and then pressing on for glory as the final climbs approached. 4 classified climbs along the way and plenty of other climbs that could equally have got that designation. And it was on one of the descents that Elisa Longo Borghini found herself clear of Marlon Reusser with a narrow advantage in the company of her teammate Silvia Persico, and Longo Borghini deciding that this was worth pursuing, so she pushed on. Leanne Lippert there for the Movistar squad, defending the interests of her teammate and race leader Marlon Reusser. But Longo Borghini and Persico continuing to open up a significant amount of daylight. Persico, after her efforts, grinding to a halt and leaving it up to Elisa Longo Borghini to plough on alone onto the Monte Nerone climb with dreams of overall success. The reigning champion looking to overhaul that 16-second deficit, and all the signals looking very encouraging indeed throughout the 14.8 kilometer assault on Monte Nerone. Up front, Shirin van Anrooy, a brave bid for the Lidl Trek rider, and she would wilt on the unyielding slopes of Monte Nerone as the stage 4 winner. Sera Gigante launching from the Marlon Reusser group and trying to close up to the flying Elisa Longo Borghini, who joined up with Shirin van Anrooy to lead the stage. Elisa Longo Borghini pressing on alone, continuing to open up an advantage over Marlon Reusser. Sera Gigante closed down to the erstwhile race leader Shirin van Anrooy, and then very shortly was on terms with Elisa Longo Borghini. Behind, Marlon Reusser not yet able to react as the 8% gradients of the second half of the 15-kilometer climb really started to challenge the riders. Longo Borghini finding that she couldn't follow the pace of Sera Gigante. The AG Sudal rider in flying form whenever the road rises, looking to back up her stage 4 victory. Meanwhile, concerning moments for Marlon Reusser. She slipped over 50 seconds behind Elisa Longo Borghini, who continued to tap out a steady rhythm on the Monte Nerone climb, looking to recover the Maglia Rosa. Gigante flying to a second stage success. Elisa Longo Borghini with a bigger ambition. The Maglia Rosa. Gigante into the final moments, and her advantage north of 30 seconds over Elisa Longo Borghini. A 24-year-old Melburnian across the line and trying to take as much time as possible. She would vault up from 6th to third overall at the end of another stunning day of climbing from the young Australian. Meanwhile, Longo Borghini continuing to fight all the way to the line to take second on the day, and then the clock would start to tick. With Marlon Reusser, her 16-second advantage evaporating. Holmgren from Lidl-Trek gets up for third and takes the bonus seconds. Marlon Reusser fourth on the day, but more than 20 seconds behind Elisa Longo Borghini and stepping out of the Maglia Rosa as a result. Disappointment for the Swiss rider. Glory for Sera Gigante and for Elisa Longo Borghini. Holmgren third for Lidl-Trek, second day in succession for them, recording that position, and Longo Borghini now with a 22-second advantage over Reusser into the final day of racing. Antonia Niedermayer still in the white jersey and up to fifth overall. And Ostalaze from the breakaway taking over the lead of the mountains classification from Sera Gigante. Lorena Wiebes recording some points early on in the day, remains in the lead of the points classification.